What's the craziest GoFundMe scam you witnessed? I thought the worst part of watching a coworker perish would be the grief. I was wrong. Our entire office had spent 6 months raising money for Caroline's experimental cancer treatment through a GoFundMe campaign. It started with small donations, then quickly grew when we held garage sales, called in favors from friends, and gave direct donations from our paychecks. By the end of it, our office managed to raise $40,000, which was just enough to cover what her insurance couldn't. Everyone in the office spent the rest of the week in high spirits, cheering for Caroline's recovery. She looked hopeful for the first time in months, showing people vacation brochures she'd been saving for years, talking about finally being able to bring her kids to Disney without being afraid of collapsing. Then the hospital called her the following Monday, just 2 days before her scheduled treatment, saying, "We're sorry, but we have to cancel your treatment. The payment we were expecting didn't come through. We see the account you sent to us is at $0. Caroline's hands shook as she hung up the phone. The silence stretched painfully as everyone processed what had happened. Someone asked, "What do you mean $0? In disbelief. Caroline's voice broke as she explained the call, and the entire room went cold. During our lunch break, people started piecing things together. First, we swept through emails and called GoFundMe to check if the problem wasn't on their side. When both came out clean, the office seemed even more hopeless. Then, someone mentioned, "Isn't it weird that Lisa donated the least but organized everything?" Another person chimed in, "Wait, didn't she just get that designer bag last week and those new earrings?" We realized she'd been guilting us about missing donation deadlines while wearing expensive new accessories every week. The pieces fit, but now we needed the truth straight from her. We planned our approach carefully. A group of us escorted Caroline to the HR department to confront Lisa directly. While Lisa was distracted trying to deflect Caroline's questions about the account, some of the women went through her purse and discovered receipts for ATM withdrawals, all from the GoFundMe account. We had her dead to rights. Lisa nervously tried to deflect when Caroline asked to check the account, claiming it was probably just a processing delay. That's when we discovered the crushing truth. The fundraising account was completely empty, every single dollar gone. Lisa's response was a stammering mess of excuses, maybe just technical difficulties. You know how bank transfers take time. I pushed past to see the computer screen and discovered that the transaction history told a different story. Months of steady withdrawals, all authorized by Lisa, who'd organized the entire campaign. Lisa suddenly grabbed her purse and headed for the door. "I have to go to a meeting," she said, but 3 people blocked her path. "You're not going anywhere until you explain where Caroline's money went." The confrontation escalated quickly. Voices raised, accusations flew, and the stress became overwhelming. Caroline started hyperventilating, then collapsed right there in the HR office. We called an ambulance immediately. As the paramedics wheeled her out, Lisa finally broke down completely. "I was going to pay it back," she stammered through tears. "I just needed a few wins at the casino. I thought I could replace it before anyone noticed." Word spread through the office within minutes. People who donated their lunch money for months surrounded Lisa's desk, demanding answers. Some threatened to call the authorities. Others scrambled to organize emergency fundraising, but Caroline's hospital bills from the collapse had just added another layer of debt. The clinical trial had strict enrollment deadlines, and her spot went to someone else. Lisa quietly submitted her resignation that week. We tried to pursue legal action, but the lawyers said it would take months, maybe years. By then, there would be a high chance Caroline wouldn't be around to see us win the money back. We could only watch Caroline get worse and worse at her desk every day, growing thinner, more tired, until she could barely make it through a full workday. There was nothing any of us could do but watch someone steal not just money, but time itself.